Hey everyone, I'm the Pixel Pathfinder, and my goal is to help you find great new indie games to play. In this video, I wanted to give you a bit of an update on what's been going on and what I've got planned here for the future for those of you who are interested, because I do think that there are those of you out there that have been waiting and hoping that I'll come back to make some videos, and hopefully this is exciting news for you. So I wanted to do a quick sort of recap on the channel here, what's been going on over the course of the channel's history briefly, and where this is going to lead us into the future here. Now, in the background, I just got some B-roll here of a previous video I've recorded, so, you can pretty much just ignore that. Think of this as like just a mini podcast style sort of thing that I'm doing here. So, about 3 years ago, I created this channel with the goal to share great indie games discoveries with other people. I've always been that person who goes out and looks for new games and finds them and wants to be able to recommend a game to somebody that will scratch the exact gaming itch that they have at the time. And that's what I wanted to do here. But I had a couple of other secondary goals that I wanted to accomplish as well. One of them was I wanted to spend more time playing the games that I found that I really enjoyed, because a lot of times I'd find a game, play it for a couple hours, and then I was off looking for other games when there were games that I ran into that I should have played for 10, 15, 20, 30 hours because I really enjoyed them, but I just wasn't giving myself the space to sit down and really play them. And so I wanted to kind of do that here on the channel through these Let's Play series. And then I also wanted to help others find upcoming games to be excited about, so that they'd have something on their wish list that they were really looking forward to. And, well, the results at the time, sharing new games seemed to go pretty well when I was making those videos. The Let's Plays were a mixed bag that had a few issues. So really the issues came down to, subsequent videos for Let's Plays. Sometimes wouldn't get that many views compared to other videos. And then also, sometimes I would commit to a game that I wanted to do as a Let's Play, but then after I did get, 3 hours into it or something like that, I would discover, oh, actually, I don't really like this enough to do a Let's Play of it, but now I feel like I've already committed to it, and some people are, wanting to watch it, but I don't enjoy it, so I don't know what to do. So that kind of had a bit of an issue there. It was also difficult to maintain new videos and content without access to keys or without funding. So I did not have a lot of funds at the time, like personal disposable income to invest into things. And so I was relying a lot on keys and also on demos and then games that I had purchased in the past. So it was difficult to kind of stay up to date on the newest stuff if it didn't have a demo or if I didn't get a key for it. And in a lot of cases, I couldn't get keys because my channel wasn't big enough. So it was kind of interesting. And then also, after about 8 months to a year of doing content here on the channel, IRL stuff got crazy as far as my career and my job were concerned, and it basically just pumped the brakes on the entire process. I mean, it got really, really crazy. I was changing jobs, moved to a different state, all kinds of stuff. And I had told myself, that I didn't want to turn whatever I did on YouTube into a full-time job, and that if there came a point where I had to stop, then I just had to stop. And so I did stop, and I stopped for about 2 years or so. So that brings us to a year ago, where many of you were first introduced to the channel. So what kind of happened there is my real life got sorted out. Things calmed down, and I was ready to make content again. So my goals at the time, start making content again. Don't do the Let's Plays because I still just wasn't sure what was going on with those. And I wanted to focus on new and upcoming games. So what were the results? Well, there was really good reception. The channel started growing a lot, actually. And many of you watching this video now probably came to the channel around that time. But it was still difficult to maintain and stay current on new games without keys and without funds. Because again, personal disposable income, not very high. Channel, not very large, so there were some difficulties in trying to stay up to date on things, and I really had to rely a lot on playing demos, right? And in a lot of cases, demos are things that everybody can access. So even though I was bringing the content and my take and my spin on it, it's not like, the stuff that I was showing was exclusive or things that people couldn't really get access to themselves. Although I did have a couple opportunities to do that. for some different games there, like Break the Loop and etc. And then after a couple of months there, IRL got crazy again. Some more stuff at my job with my career just started really going crazy, and I ended up doing a ton of additional work, and I just did not have the time or the energy to continue to make content, unfortunately. I also around this time started to question the purpose of the channel, because I had been putting out videos, and I said, my goal is to help you find great new indie games to play, and that's absolutely true. But then I would also say, our goal is to decide whether or not we want to wish list, follow, or ignore this game. But the thing is that the games that I didn't like enough to ignore them, I didn't put videos out for. And so I was like, well, if I'm saying the goal is to wish list, follow, or ignore, but I'm never publishing videos for games that are worth ignoring, why am I even saying that? Like, what is the purpose? And then that made me think about the channel, and it's like, well, am I only going to showcase good games here? Or am I also going to showcase games that aren't good and be like, hey, you see the video's 5 minutes long. It's because you should not play this game. It's not good. Or I personally didn't like it. And so I'm really curious, if you're this far into the video, what's your opinion on, showcasing game content here? Do you want to see videos on games that you should avoid, even if they're 3-minute, 5-minute videos, just like, hey, we're playing this. Oh, you know what? Actually, this isn't good. So, all right, we're going to end the video. We're done. Do you want to see that? Or would you rather have that stuff filtered out and the things that show up on the channel are things that either I think are really good or I may not personally like, but think are good enough that if you're into that genre or that setting or whatever, that they're worth a look, Let me know, what do you think in terms of showcasing that spectrum from good to bad to ugly to freaking amazing? What would you like to see? So then 3 months ago, I had two things happen, which let me make a couple more videos. One, we had a Steam Next Fest, which obviously I was excited about. That's a ton of demos, ton of cool stuff. And also I had a mini vacation. So 3 months ago, I got the opportunity to make more content because of the vacation and the Next Fest. My goal was just to make some more videos while I had time. And the results were, I got pretty good video view counts on the videos that I did put up. Good engagement and comments as well. And the games were genuinely really fun. So, I didn't have that issue of like, oh man, do I put the bad games up here or what? But after vacation, IRL came back in super strong. And, then I had to stop making content again. I was still questioning the purpose of this channel, and another thing started to come into play here. Because I was so reliant on getting keys and so reliant on demos, there wasn't a lot of opportunity, one, for me to showcase some of the games that didn't have those things, but also, I felt sometimes that in order to get keys and things like that, I had to spin things as positively as I could. I wasn't being dishonest. If a game wasn't something that was worth a wish list or something that I thought, was going to be really good, I never said that it was, but I did try to kind of put the, let's wait and see, on some games that I genuinely just thought weren't that great. And actually the first video, or the last video before I was able to come back for the Steam Next Fest, was for a game called Mice Guard. And just to show some transparency here, that is a game that I had requested a key for through a website to make content for, because I thought it looked okay. It looked pretty decent, and the more content you make, the more keys you get, and the more you deliver on that content, your rating goes up, you can get more keys, blah, blah, blah. So I had requested a key from Mice Guard because I thought it looked pretty interesting. And then when I played it, I was like, yeah, this is not good. It's not good. Like, I'm not interested in this game at all, personally. And I really don't think it's good enough to recommend to anyone. And I'm pretty sure at the end of the video there, I was just like, well, it's a follow. We'll keep an eye on it. Maybe they'll update it. And then they didn't update it. So it's not good. But because I had requested the key and said I'd do content for it, I had to put a video out for it, even though I was just like, I don't want to. So again, it kind of brought me back to, well, what am I doing with the channel here? Like, I'm not being dishonest, by any means. I don't want you to take that away from this. I would never sit here and tell you that a game is good that's not good, but I would try to take a game that's not great and look at the positive side. When in reality, I don't want to. I just want to be like, nah, just ignore it, you guys. Like, no, I'm not going to spend positives on this. Nope, just hit ignore. We're done. But, being tied to that demos and the keys and, that sort of place in order to be able to cover games was just... It just kind of put me in that mindset of, well, let's do the positive spin and continue on. So, And then also at this time, I was still missing the opportunity to dig in deeper into the games that really hooked me via Let's Play. But I didn't know what to do about that because, one, I didn't have time to make content in the first place just for random games. But two, I wasn't sure what the outlet was. So, all that in mind, hopefully that gives you a picture of kind of what's been going on in the background here and, why the channel's been the way that it has been. So I want to bring you back to right now, what's happening. So a couple of things. One, my real life stuff has settled down. It's going to get a little crazy in about 6 to 9 months here. I'm going to do another move most likely, but it's not going to be crazy enough that I think it's going to significantly disrupt the content that I'm making for a long time. Also, depending on how things go, I could also prep videos for that time as well. Also, on my end, I've got more disposable income. My wife and I have been working really hard on, paying off debts and prepping for this move and et cetera, et cetera. And really what that's turned into is like, now I do have the income that if I wanted to cover a game that I didn't get a key for and they didn't have a demo for, I could buy it and cover it here on the channel. Not every game, not a ton of games, but definitely some games. And then also, just some things have happened across my gaming experience over the past 6 to 9 months or so that have just brought me back to the place where, I think that more than anything, Pixel Pathfinder is like where I find the most fulfillment, engagement, and joy in my own gaming experience, with a couple exceptions. Path of Exile 2 is on the way. That's a game I'll definitely play and enjoy and get a lot of fulfillment out of, but it's a rare case compared to playing indie games, showcasing indie games, sharing them with others, and getting to really dig in and enjoy them myself. So that's what's changed, and my goals right now is, one, just to get back to making videos. So you're going to see some more videos coming out here very soon. October is going to be another Steam Next Fest, and I'm getting prepared for that so that we can get some videos out on that. I'm going to try to catch up on the past couple of months of things that I've played but haven't recorded, or things that have come out that I've had my eye on but haven't gotten the opportunity to check out that I want to put in front of you and make sure you know about. I want to start working on my most anticipated games of 2025 video, get the channel back to active status so that I can start requesting keys again. Really, all I have to do for that is start, making videos again, and, you guys throw the likes on them, comment on them, etc. And I'm thinking again about showcasing the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I really want to know in the comments section whether that's something you care about, or you just want to see the cream of the crop, whatever rises to the top that's worth a video. I can do that. Or if you want to see like the moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, this game is such trash. If you'd like to see that stuff in a video, we could do that too. And then just in general, whenever I have a key or a demo or some opportunity to put a game out here on the channel, I want to try to do less of the positive spin when I think a game is just okay, and just kind of go, well, it's just okay. In the longer term here, a couple of things that I have in mind. I'd like to settle on a location for live streams of Let's Plays. I feel like that's the way to go to incorporate the Let's Plays, is to not do them here on Pixel Pathfinder, but to do them on a connected sort of platform. Now, that being said, I'm open to the idea of doing the live streams here on YouTube on the Pixel Pathfinder channel, if that's something that those of you who would be interested in that would prefer. But I'm also considering and leaning towards just making a Pixel Pathfinder Twitch channel where I would do those Let's Plays via live stream. So with that, it's kind of just like we can build a community over there and we can talk about different games, and it'll be pretty clear like, hey, we're playing this game. It wasn't good. It wasn't awesome. So we're going to switch games, that sort of stuff. So let me know what you think. Would you rather have the live stream stay here on YouTube, or would you rather just have YouTube stay for showcasing like new games and, single videos per game? Also, maybe covering some updates and stuff like that. And then having the live streams and Let's Plays over in Twitch, or would you rather just keep it all in one spot? Let me know. And then the other thing that I'd like to do longer term here is I would like to launch a small Patreon to cover or to raise some additional funds to cover games that I don't get keys for or access to. What I'm really hoping is that at a certain point the channel's big enough that that's not really an issue. But in the meantime, I think that this would be a pretty good thing to do. But I am going to wait a couple months before I do anything like that, just so that everyone here can see like, yep, he's doing it. The videos are being made. The Let's Plays are happening. All that kind of stuff is going on. So that's really what I have in mind at the moment. New videos are coming here to the channel very, very soon. So I hope that you're excited about it. If you do catch this video, then, just thanks for clicking on it, and thanks for being a part of the Pixel Pathfinder community. I wouldn't expect a lot of videos like this in the future. I just really thought it would be appropriate to make one of these right now, just to kind of catch you up and let you know what you can anticipate for the rest of 2024. So we're about to hit October here, so I'm planning October, November, and December to really just hopefully kind of level everything up here at Pixel Pathfinder to the next level. So with that, I appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this video, or you enjoyed the content, or you're looking forward to more content, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you want to help me out in terms of getting the channel active so that I can tap into those key requests and cover more games and that kind of stuff, be sure to like the videos and comment on them, whether it's just saying, hey, I think this game looks cool, or great job on the video, or man, you're terrible. It doesn't matter. Engagement is engagement as far as that goes. So that's how you can help out with the channel at the moment. Subscribe, like, leave some comments. And with that said, like I said, new videos coming soon. So thanks for your time, and I'll see you very shortly.